Hello, I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
This is Ken and Josh Go to the Movies.
Today we're going to review Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, starring Philip Seymour Hoffman and Ethan Hawke from director Sidney Lumet.
Or Lumet. I'm not sure. It's one of the two.
Pretty sure it's Lumet.
So what's this movie about, Ken?
It's about two brothers played by Hoffman and Hawke who decide they need to make some money really quickly, and they decide the easiest way to do that is to rob a jewelry store. And do we want to say really anything more than that, or because I mean,
well, that is the thing. A lot of things kind of happen out of that. That's the catalyst for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it's basically how it's told is kind of like there's this central scene of the robbery, and that's the first scene of the movie. Mm-hmm. Then every other scene is kind of like what led up to that or what led away from that.
Yeah, after
this
that,
is the central point of the movie, and just flashing back and forth.
Yeah, they'll flash back to a week before the robbery. They'll go up to the robbery, then they'll flash back to 4 days before and follow a different character and go for a while.
Like what happens after the robbery to this character, then back to the robbery, then this other character. It's kind of complicated, but
yeah, the script is written by Kelly Masterson. It's her first script, and it's interestingly structured. I'm not totally happy with the way Lumet handled the transitions. It was a little bit... He would kind of just go... and have all this percussion, and then it would switch over. It was a little bit distracting.
Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, I like the idea of the fact that it's not linear, and it's not just like, here's how it's
the structure itself was kind of cool.
Yeah. And the acting. I mean, we say this on every movie, it feels like, but I think this is the best acted movie of the year.
A movie like this is particularly an actor's showcase, because it's pretty small scale and it just gives you a chance to look at these.
Basically just a huge tragedy from the very beginning. You know this movie's not going to end well, and these people really sell it.
They do. Ethan Hawke's a little bit ticky, but you really believe him in his character.
Yeah, I thought he was really good in this movie.
I mean, he definitely had the emotional heft necessary for the part.
Yeah.
Albert Finney, good as usual.
And Sidney Lumet, I mean, this guy, he's been making so many great movies for years, and for him to make another near masterpiece this late in his career.
You're a big Sidney Lumet fan.
Yeah.
How do you think this stacks up with his other movies?
Well, I mean, I've mainly seen the classics like Network and Dog Day Afternoon and The Verdict, and so it's not quite to that level, but he's made a lot of mediocre movies, and this is definitely one of his best movies.
I think that's probably true.
I would love to see him get nominated for another Oscar, especially since he just got the honorary Oscar like 2 years ago. I really want to see him get nominated again anyway.
So yeah, this movie lives and dies for me on Philip Seymour Hoffman's performance, and it's incredible, as you would expect from this guy who's had so many great acting performances. Here, I mean, he's doing something totally different again. He's not overplaying it at all. He gets a little bit crazier and crazier as the movie goes on, but it all feels totally organic.
You mentioned before that this is basically a role you might expect from Sean Penn, but done a lot better than Sean Penn does.
Sean Penn would just scream and cry the whole time.
Much more nuanced than Sean Penn
It's done incredibly well.
Yeah.
Marissa Tomei, should be singled out, she's good too.
Yeah.
Still hot at how old is she now?
42,
yeah,
I think.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All around, just a very well-made movie.
Just a great story. Great story, well told. Don't need more from a movie than that.
Yeah.
Should we show him a rating?
Go for it.
All right. I gave this movie a Philip Seymour Hoffman, which is good.
Yeah.
That is a good rating.
I gave this movie a midget punching a guy in the stomach, because that's what you'll feel like from watching this movie. It's really that gut-wrenching.
I didn't think it was that sad.
I thought it was. I wouldn't say it's sad. It's just like unnerving, like kind of like Requiem for a Dream. I felt
it's
different subject matter.
Nowhere near Requiem for a Dream sad. And this is watchable. That one was like over the top crazy, but yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
This is Ken and Josh Go to the Movies.